like to say thanks for coming here today. The Beacon, a Tunbridge Wells delight. I think I might come back here and eat one night. Now, I'm Hilary Steele, area leader of 4 groups in this fine county. Some of you I know, and some of you I've just met. Well, with me, what you see is what you get. First, a mini bio to get this show started, tongue-in-cheek and a little light-hearted. I'm a linguist and happy to talk in any of the 4 languages in which I squawk. I started out working for a global bank, moving high volumes of the then French franc. Goldman Sachs was next on my call, well, it was my next port of call, and in the City of London, I had a ball. So amazing opportunities, but something was lacking. My itchy feet showed my boss I was slacking. Fortunately, redundancy saved the day. I then went off and worked away in the land of clogs, windmills and cheese. And for a while, this really did please. ABN AMRO, then on to HP for a dip in a career within IT. But after 2 years, my concentration was blurred. And this is when a dramatic shift occurred. I realised that I could no longer endure. I wanted to be a real-life entrepreneur. And as you well know, this is easier said than done. It had to be big for the corporate salary to shun. What I did next may raise a brow. It's not the product, it's about the how. To keep it short, lasers became my trade. And for this, I was very well paid, with clinics set up all over the land, shoving money into my hand. To remove people's hair with flashes of light. 6 clinics in total, much to my delight. This happened as a result of me switching my brain, being a business owner, master of my own domain. How did this happen? I'll answer now. I understood the idea and I understood the how. The principles are the same in what I now do, hence I'm standing here in front of you. Any business is more than just ideas. Owners have to often confront their fears. For some this is finance, for others it's sales. If you don't get it right, the business fails. Mine was going well. It became cash rich. But then I hit a massive glitch. I was yearning for the UK, to live back here. Start afresh as something like a musketeer. Not easy when you have to close down a business that you've built up from the ground. But my mind was fixed. It was the way to go. And you know in your heart when you really know. So back to the beginning in sunny Kent, I met an advisor, some corporate gent, who suggested I attend a meeting at dawn, from where a lot of business is drawn. All sparkly-eyed, I entered the room, but was shocked by all the doom and gloom. My trade didn't fit, I was out the door, and at this point I hadn't even understood the score. So I went it alone, I worked things out. But in the business world, I had no clout. I needed things to make things work, and didn't want to ask that fortune jerk. Some people when starting don't have a clue. Everything's confusing, most of it new. But meeting people who are involved in the same situations can totally change your game. If people don't know that your business is alive, how can they help it, to support it, thrive? Often business is confused for rocket science. Too much red tape and too much compliance. Well, in the beginning I let things slide, only to feel a dent in my pride when HMRC sent me a scary letter. I decided then to keep my books better. I needed an accountant. Yellow pages to look? Nope, it was a friend's advice I took. A recommendation, a referral taken in a good way. I am still with the same accountants today. What about a web design, an SEO? Now I am a bit of a geek, you know, but I wanted an expert who knew their trade. Another referral decision was made. Next came a cleaner. I'm allergic to dust. It had to be someone I knew I could trust. I called on some of the people that I'd met and then hired a lively lady called Yvette. 3 things I needed all fixed in a flash, possibly saving me loads of cash. Well, 6 years on and that business is flying, which is why I'm now trying a new venture that was born early last year, the launch of which is so near. A magazine tucked in a little niche, complemented by 2 awards which needed publicity to make people aware that it exists and that judging is fair. We search for people with a story to tell for a content-driven magazine we sell. So why networking? How could this contribute? Easy. People and relationships are a huge attribute. Real stories and real people take out the stress of this innovative publication heading to press. So, why join 4N? What made me choose? A 200-day passport, nothing to lose. Meet, like, know and trust. In our business, it's an absolute must. For my first meet, I went to the sea. Whitstable it was, and I left with glee. The next week, Maidstone, I took a guest who helped me in my content quest. Straight away, there was stuff to be found, so I headed off, Medway bound. More great stories, ideas and advice. The people were great, and the breakfasts were nice. Ashford and Kings Hill came soon after. I was becoming a 4N grafter. The people I met, some are now friends. Relationships continue when the meeting ends. 4N suits my business as you aren't tied to one location, often supplied. Now I have 3 groups that are definitely growing, and interest is expanding and definitely showing. If you haven't been to the other 2, get out there, try something new. Networking is more than having a chat. It's about relationships, simple as that. We all want our businesses to be a success, without panics, without duress, which is why 4N is now part of my plan that I will enjoy for as long as I can.